As far as the DC residents, and so many of us who are outraged at this sort of disproportionate focus on African Americans, Daniel, what's the best thing that they can do to try? Is it talking to the city council? Is it somehow trying to get the city council to pressure the DC police department, or talking with the mayor? What's the best course of action?
I think those are pretty good courses of action, given the fact that we don't have, unfortunately, a member of Congress who can vote yet on the floor, something that we always discuss, the fact that the more than 600,000 residents of this city are deprived of that voting representation in Congress. So we can do that. We can talk to our mayor, members of the city council, and we can, of course, agitate for budget autonomy, which we voted for in a recent council election. We're moving towards that and fighting for statehood so that the federal ban is lifted and these states and localities don't feel pressure in order to qualify for some of these federal funds to prosecute these crimes. David, one of the most interesting parts of this study, though, for me, was that right above DC, DC is, in terms of pot arrests, apparently the second most racist in the country, in which black users are 8 times more likely to be prosecuted for their crimes. But Iowa is number 1 at just over that amount. And that's a state with only 3% of the population is black. I mean, people that have been to Iowa, personally I have not, tell me that, amidst the cornfields out there, there are not that many African Americans, and yet the ones that are apparently being arrested for smoking pot. So it's pretty crazy stuff. And things to note. I mean, we think that the culture is liberalizing in this country, but from 2001 to 2010, there were 8 million pot arrests. 88% of those were for possession. Makes it 52% of drug arrests in the country, and states are spending $3.6 billion on it. So we have all the extremes at play, and we've got a big fight ahead of us.
Absolutely. By the way, we also have a big question for the Iowa caucuses for all the Democrats and Republicans who are going to be going through Iowa before 2016. I know which question I'm going to ask. There's always one local Iowa-related question. Thanks to Daniel Marans, I know exactly what I'm going to put to those presidential candidates, their policy on the super aggressive effort by Iowa law enforcement to target African Americans for smoking pot. What is up with that? Anyway, we're going to pause in 10 seconds and let our syndicated stations join us. Then we will then talk about Turkey, the latest violence there. It will all be explained by my friend Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. You're listening and watching to Take Action News on We Act Radio.